Welcome to my studio. My name is Ron Hazell and I'm a watercolor artist. This afternoon I'm going to do a little demo of painting rough water. I'm going to paint the water on 300-pound arches rough paper. The idea of painting rough water is to make sure that the crests of the waves are very dark and then the valleys are quite light. The first thing we have to do is indicate where the horizon is. This is critical in painting ocean waves, and I'll explain why in a minute. So let's assume that that's our horizon line. And this arrow off to the side here is indicating the lighting direction. So I'm going to mix ultramarine deep and a bit of Oriolan yellow and indicate some ocean waves. Now we could make the waves all parallel to the bottom of the paper, but that's kind of boring. So we'll just start with a wave, maybe inclined at about an angle like so. So just quick brush strokes. And let the pigment skip as we come down into the valleys. And then the next wave will be a little bit smaller. And again, let it skip towards the valleys. And the next wave. Now what's happening is, as I move up towards the horizon, the waves get more horizontal. And this has to do with linear perspective. So this is on bone dry paper, and it's rough paper, so we let some skipping take place as we move from the crest of the wave down into the valley of the wave. Now I'm going to darken that. The crests have to be very dark compared to the valleys. And so on. So this pigment is still a bit damp that I put on earlier. It's critical to know where the horizon is. These waves, because of the wind, are all traveling more or less parallel to each other. That means they have a vanishing point. And where is the vanishing point? It's on the horizon. If I take a piece of string, I can indicate whether or not the perspective is correct. So I'm just going to put the string along the horizon line, and my thumb is going to hold the string down at the vanishing point. And as I rotate the string, vanishing point is out a little further, it should more or less line up with the waves that I've painted. So the vanishing point is approximately over there. Now the painting is completely dry. I'm going to go back in and put in some dark accents. And as I said before, the darkest darks are right at the crests of the waves. So lots of pigment. And I'm using my 1-inch brush now. And just go back, particularly in the foreground wave. That's where you'll see the lightest lights and the darkest darks. So just indicating a few darker brush strokes. And then the next wave. Well, thank you for joining me in my studio. And I hope you enjoyed this little demo of painting rough water. Do it on rough paper. You can do it on cold press, but rough paper gives you that little extra sparkle. Give it a try. And I hope everything works out well. A little bit of practice, and you'll be surprised how quickly you'll master these techniques.